guys, it's 21 Maxwell and welcome to another edition of WWE Updates. Today you join us for Smackdown's exclusive pay-per-view, which is WWE No Way Out. In the second week of February, Raw's pay-per-view will be the next video, which will be Fastlane. Now, what's interesting about this is it's going to set up a few matches for WrestleMania. It's also the first event that is going to be exclusive to the WWE Network. So we'll see how that does. And overall, I still feel we kind of need to get a couple more guys over in the Smackdown brand. But trial and error, and hopefully we can improve. On the other side of WrestleMania, we can really take the Smackdown brand places, maybe with a few trades. But without further ado, we'll crack on. I say if there's anything that needs explained, I'll explain it over the course of the video as it happens. So, 49,123 in attendance at the Rice Eccles Stadium. And we'll just start up the usual hype video to start the show. You get your pyro, you get your hyping up the event. And it was an A93, which got the crowd off to, got them hotter, got us off to a strong start. It's just hyping up the fact the main event is Sami Zayn and Bray Wyatt. Of course, all plans have been changed because of Fergal Devitt and his racist slurs, but it is what it is in the game. And an A93 for this segment. We start the show off with some cruiserweight action, and about had some decent wrestling, but didn't have much heat. Kenny Omega defeated Will Ospreay in 12:23 by pinfall by using underhanded tactics. Kenny Omega makes the 7th defense of the WWE Cruiserweight Championship. The C plus 69 is okay, they're not as over as I would like, but it's a work in progress. Continues the storyline, although it will change up a bit for WrestleMania. Both gentlemen getting a 67. Will Ospreay improving Rumble skills. Just a negative for the announce team. Coming out of this, we've announced that the SmackDown General Manager, Stephanie McMahon, is basically saying that Pentagon Jr. is signed to the SmackDown brand. He wanted to come up for the main roster, so he's up. I can also confirm that Zack Sabre Jr. is joining SmackDown. He lost the ECW Championship to Michael Elgin, so he's going to be in SmackDown. Big plans for him going into WrestleMania. So D plus 53, with Stephanie coming out of it, looking good. Next up, the Usos cut a promo. Had a few injuries with them, but both are back fighting fit. In this B-72 angle, got the crowd hotter. As they take on the team of Fire of Flight. And it was a decent wrestling, it had little heat, and the Usos defeated Neville and Tyson Kidd in 14:34, when Jey Uso defeated Neville by pinfall while using underhanded tactics. It's the second defence of the Tag Team Championships. For the Usos, the B-77 is pretty good. Jey Uso with a 66, Neville with a 58, he's someone we need to build up. 76 for Jimmy Uso and 78 for Jey. No skill improvements to speak upon. Overall, it's a decent matchup. We maybe need more face tag teams on the SmackDown division. Next up, we've got a music video, which is hyping up our new luchador. Obviously, we signed Dragon Lee. I've called him Dragonisto. I'm horrible with names, but we'll go with it. And it's a C plus 70 for him. His matchup was poor, but he defeated Chris Sabin in 13:25 with the Operation Dragon. A C-58, he's struggling with a patella injury, but he can still wrestle, and he gets unhappy when he's not on the show, so we put him on. His gimmick though, he gets a 60 and a 63 performance for Chris Sabin. Dragonisto's improving Rumble skills, and the reason this was why it was a storytelling matchup, and we did keep Chris Sabin strong to put over Dragonisto. A few negatives there. I think this would have easily been a C+, because that's a lot of negatives. Next up, we've got a promo with Emma hyping up her matchup against Paige. It's her, Paige, Asuka, and Alexa Bliss for the championship, B-75. Gained heat in the women's storyline division. Or the women's division storyline, that should be. If I get my words round the right way. But the matchup was to give Alexa Bliss a good chance and Asuka a good chance for the championship. And it was about that had some good wrestling, little heat, as Emma did defeat Alexa Bliss, Paige, and Asuka in 1351 when Emma defeated Asuka with a roaring elbow. This was the third defence of the WWE SmackDown's Women's Championship for Emma. A very impressive B79. She, however, has a gimmick that is getting stale. Alexa Bliss with 62, Emma with 77, and Paige with a 76 and a 57 for Asuka. Again, taking the women's storyline, Asuka's improving her performance skills and a few negatives there. Poor gimmicks, inconsistencies. Overall, pretty happy with it. Next up, again, putting wrestlers that I didn't really have anything for. In a decent matchup, Apollo Crews, Manny Andrade, and Shinsuke Nakamura defeated the team of Luke Gallows and the Vaudevillains in 1713 when Nakamura defeated Simon Gotch by pinfall with Kinshasa. Might have got it right this time. Probably not. Luke Gallows' weak link though, struggling to keep up with everyone else's performance. Obviously, Gallows and Anderson have now split to give Carl Anderson a short-term babyface push. B70 minus 75 could have been a bit better. Nakamura with 92, Apollo Crews with 90, fantastic. Manny Andrade with 74, Simon Gotch with a 78, Aiden English with a 79, Luke Gallows with a 60. So he's obviously went way down, but he's young enough. We'll get another 4 or 5 years out of Gallows. Both Nakamura and Crews improving their performance skills. And a few negatives there, inconsistencies, poor gimmicks, and the lack of hot associated storyline. Next up, we've got a promo from AJ Styles, just saying, I'm IC champ, who's going to beat me? Nobody. So, A-star 100, obviously. I don't think we'll see AJ back in the title hunt anytime soon for the main championship, but have a good run with the IC. Unless his old friend, Carl Anderson, can defeat him here. And the matchup didn't get as good a rating because of the storyline thing. It was a short-term program, and they won't be facing each other at Mania. So, and about had some good wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd. AJ Styles defeated Carl Anderson in 1930 with a Super Styles clash, and AJ makes the 5th defence of the title. A B-76, I say, a bit disappointing. Machine Gun with 76, AJ with 91, but given the fact that it's a short-term program, there was no point in putting a storyline together. Carl Anderson improves performance skills, and yep, a few negatives there, as you would expect. Next up, Kevin Owens and Randy Orton are together. They're just pretending to be allies. I had nothing for them against them in a tag team matchup. I think it's an A-star 100 segment with them. This is going to be, I think, the co-main event. Randy Orton also has a gimmick that's getting stale, and yep, a few negatives there, but still has the perfect grade. And their matchup doesn't draw as well because of the storyline, but in about they had good wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd. Kevin Owens and Randy Orton defeated the American Wolves in 22:59 when Randy Orton defeated David Richards, the pinfall with an RKO. B-75, the match deserved better announcing. Eddie Edwards was 79 and 82 for David Richards. Randy Orton with 92, KO with an 89. No skill improvements. Say negatives here, again going to be down to the lack of associated hot storyline. So you're looking at this now and you're probably thinking to yourself, well, where's the WrestleMania build from the Smackdown brand? What matches are going to be, made? Now we crack onto that. Paul Heyman is here and he's just talking up Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar's the man, Brock Lesnar's this and that. A B82. So Lesnar's back, he's going to be facing someone at WrestleMania. But who? Step forward, Rusev is in the ring, and he says he's going to be the man that challenges Brock Lesnar. Basically, for this segment, obviously there isn't the right text and stuff like that, so I just really done it like this, where Rusev comes out and beats up Paul Heyman. But this is the plan. Rusev, as it says, is going to turn face. It's going to be a full face turn, I believe, next week on SmackDown, since this hasn't given me the option to do it. But a B-76, and we will see Rusev and Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. So let me know what you think of that. Next up, Bray Wyatt cuts a promo for the main event, so we really need this to draw, or we are looking at probably a loss in popularity, which could affect us at this moment in time because we are now a global company. But it's an A90 promo. Bray comes out of it looking excellent, and the storyline advances. So delighted with that. Small hype package again, because as much as you get it before the show, you also get it before the match itself. So that advances the storyline with an A91. And how does it draw? Moment of truth time. And it flops massively. Shit. So we're gonna lose pop here. But as I say, we do need star power on the Smackdown brand, and that'll probably come over post WrestleMania. But in a superb matchup, Sami Zayn defeated Bray Wyatt in 24-16 by pinfall with a brainbuster after Bray Wyatt was turned on by Luke Harper. During the matchup, Luke Harper ran in and attacked Bray Wyatt, as we know, and Sami Zayn wins the WWE World Heavyweight title. So a second World Heavyweight Championship run for Sami Zayn. Basically a combination of a lot of things have changed the booking plans, but we'll run for everything first. So B80, poor rating. Bray was visibly tiring, he was off his game. There was a lack of psychology, and Luke Harper's face turn got little reaction. A 92 from Sami, an 87 from Bray, and the storyline advanced, but it lost heat. No skill improvements. Negative. Psychology is going to be massive. Stamina. Sometimes these just don't work. But in terms of storyline, so the plan was for Finn Balor to win the championship. And the plan was the Undertaker to screw Bray. So the title was not going to ever stay on Bray. However, Finn Balor obviously with the racist comments, meaning I still wanted Bray versus Undertaker. Then Luke Harper was turned on by the whole Raw locker room by CM Punk, so I thought we'll move Luke to SmackDown. He can chase Bray Wyatt, so I'd have the Wyatt family on Raw lose the Triage Championship to the Shield, even though Roman's a heel. I'll explain that storyline in a second when we get back to the title screen, basically. So Luke Harper moves to SmackDown. Undertaker will face someone else. That's been decided. And I decided that Luke Harper was going to take his frustrations out on Bray Wyatt because of what had happened on Raw. So he turns babyface, and we have Bray Wyatt versus Luke Harper at WrestleMania. Sami Zayn will have an opponent for the championship, maybe 2 or 3, maybe make it a fatal 4-way at WrestleMania. So Luke Harper has 7 segments. He turns babyface. Complete success. It went well. And after it, Luke Harper just beats down Bray Wyatt. So A91 for that. And then Sami's celebration is an A93. So it does sound a bit confusing, but it's a lot of storylines that are coming together. Everything was just put together in my head. B-Sign is 77. The general feeling is we don't have enough storylines. We have to have 3 over 83, so I can see the reason for that. Overall, not really many matches that overly stood out great. I don't even make a speech. No. Because with Global now, it's 3 storylines over 83 heat, and it's 2 must advance. So we'd obviously advanced the women's, the WWE Championship, World Heavyweight Championship, sorry, and the Cruiserweight Championship. So it's just a shame, but it is what it is. So if we double click No Way Out, we still had 29 million viewers on the WWE network. So it was showcased on the network, and we had 29 million people viewing it. Just to say disappointing that was the rating, but it is what it is. It just shows maybe we don't have the star power on SmackDown just yet. Looking at this, NXT Wild at the Weekend is also on the network. Didn't draw very high for our women's athletes. And I think that's it. Lizzie Valentine is back in the business. Jason Jordan is now going to be a regular wrestler. Apart from that, I don't see anything else that particularly affects us. Pentagon Jr. wants a pay request, just do the usual 75. And just in front of Liger signing a written contract with New Japan, which nothing really we can do about. So we don't make much money off that. That's why one's going to be a network and one will be on pay-per-view. So we still make the big money. But it is what it is. Size, as you can see, we're still on global, still well on track there. So it's just the storylines we'll need to produce on Raw and get all the storylines back over. 83s, so I get one at 71. That's the 84, that's just over. That's 2, so that's an 83. Kofi and Xavier isn't. 64 there. A 79 for the women, so we're close. 85. That's more than 83 heat, so that would have to be over. So Miz and Cesaro doing a great job there. You can see something with the Rock in there. You'll maybe find that out next week. And Bray Wyatt and Sami Zayn with an 80. But as I say, the Smackdown brand heads towards WrestleMania. You see Raw has Fastlane next Sunday. As I say, if I just quickly go to titles, you'll see here the Triage Championship. We put on the Shield. I just want to give them an opportunity to get the titles off of Harper, Corbin and Strowman. Eliminate will be a separate thing. Obviously let Harper come to SmackDown. These three are in a feud at the moment, so that's why they're together. It's going to be a triple threat match. The last chance between the three Shield members. The winner gets the main event spot at WrestleMania to face John Cena for the WWE Championship. So that will be decided on next week's show. So all I can say, guys, is thanks as always for watching. What did you think of the show? Have you ever had a show quite like it where just nothing works? Obviously a bit disappointing, but let me see what you think. Were the good matches there? Any other predictions for the Mania card? Just any other comments in general regarding either this save or your own, let me know. The say as always, likes, subscriptions, shares, etc. are always deeply appreciated. As I say, if you want to get started yourself, don't be afraid. There's a little guide down below that will direct you to where the best place to put your stuff out and meet some other TW guys. So as always, thanks always guys, deeply appreciated, and hopefully I'll see you on the fast lane to WrestleMania. Bye bye.